I like that.
I can tell.
Do you like that, man?
It's all right.
Yo, Dre don't like the new. He don't like the new music.
It
bothers him.
They saying the same stuff all the time, man.
It's sort of like the NDA.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Okay, I
much.
got you.
Yeah.
But we are back on another Monday, y'all.
Yeah.
Welcome to Smooth Sailing with AJ Sam, the show for Generation X, right here on My Radio Chicago. That's on the Support District Radio Network because
It's more than radio.
And
We podcasting.
I promise you, that is the best. And I made that up literally 2 weeks ago. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, not I, us made that up.
Let's see.
Add to our woo wop the bam when it comes to this more than radio. All right. So for those of you who do not know, woo wop the bam means whatever you want it to mean. All right.
Like thingamajig and
Thingamajig,
Right.
whatchamacallit, you know,
What's the face?
MF,
whomsoever.
whatever you want it to stand for. All right.
That right.
Man, so welcome to another edition. We are back live in effect. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, all those things so you can get those notices when we're on every Monday night from 5 to 7. All right. So,
Yeah.
man, now the weekend, we always like to start off our show with how our weekends went. And Dre Jeff, it's your turn this week. We're going to start with our Vice President, Dre Jeff, and take the floor, bro.
Man, weekend was, pretty cool, man. What's the day? Monday. So
Yeah.
my
How you
vacation.
don't forget the day, man? Come on, man. This guy. I give
He
you.
here, but he not here.
I give you.
Man, whatever, man.
I got you.
Whatever, man. No, my vacation officially started Saturday when I punched out.
Yes, sir.
So I'm on
Yes,
vacation. I'm
Yes,
hand clap for that.
sir.
Just living life, getting ready to go down to North Carolina middle of this week to go see Lil Dre Jr. and his wife.
He not Lil Dre Jr. We were just gonna call him Dre Jr.
Okay, then Dre Jr.
Ain't nothing little about him.
Long as I'm that's true, but long as I'm still alive, he's still Lil Dre.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
That's right. That's right.
on a technical term,
There
but
you
Okay, I got you. I got you.
just because he's 6'4" and all 300 pounds don't mean he ain't Lil Dre. He just not Lil Dre to y'all. But no, everything is everything. Just relaxing, just getting my vacation started. Some time off I need. Relax my mind, relax my brain. That's about it, man. I'm all good, man.
That's what's up. Mo Green.
Yes, sir.
How was your weekend, bro?
Man, where you want me to begin?
Man, I mean,
Hold on, I gotta pull out the phone for this.
hey, man, do
All
that.
Here we go. Well, actually started off Wednesday.
Right.
Thanks to my baby girl Janiyah, the only girl out of 6 boys and one of the 7 G's. She got me an upgrade on my phone, so I appreciate that. Then Friday was the beginning of the festivities for Sunshine. Sunshine birthday is Wednesday, May 7th. So happy birthday to my wonderful, my dear sweetheart Rashonda.
That just tickles us.
So Friday, we took a trip to Peoria. She didn't know where we was going. And I thought by the time we got to where we was going that somebody would say where we were going, but she didn't. She thought we was going to St. Louis because that's where we were last year for her birthday.
Okay.
And her ass get a 2-for-1 because Sunday is Mother's Day. So
that's
so,
they all get,
so it's a 2-for-1.
We
But
get
no, yeah, you know what it is. But no, all joking aside, so we was driving. She went to sleep. So once she woke up, we come off. We was on 74. So she looked where we going. So we get to the hotel. Now the good thing about it is, I'm thinking that somebody at the hotel was going to say something. So we check in. So I'm like, don't nobody say anything. So good. We get up to the hotel. Now the whole time. So now we go to the place where the event was being held. So as I'm going through, I'm like, okay, you go see some posters. You go see something about the event. So when I get there, you don't see none but Bradley University stuff, Illinois State. So I'm like, oh. So finally, so they're like a sound check. Like you have to wait, so they made the announcement, you'll be in once they get done sound check. So like, who is? So I said, you'll find out. So now we go to our seats. Now we're sitting on the main floor, like 3 sections behind the stage. So now, there's a performer about to come on. First, it was Marsha Ambrosius and it was Maxwell. I just go and say that. That's who it was.
Yeah.
So Marsha Ambrosius came out first. So now the whole time when she did like 5 songs. So they get through her set. So they taking down her whole set. So now they setting up for Maxwell. So as they setting up, you know how they had the DJ had a little DJ stand. So he had like 5 screens sitting up. So the picture came up. It was the serenade tour. So the picture, I saw that's who we here to see right there. So who is that, Neo? Because he couldn't see. So make a long story short, the stage is in the front. So where we were literally sitting at, it was like where the DJ booth was at. Why? That's what Maxwell came up through. So we was literally, man, like 40 feet away from Maxwell.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, so that was a good experience. And then Saturday, we had to leave from Peoria, drive down to the Inglewood Lions. They had their game at Weston House. So they won that game 18-6. They turned around Sunday. They had another game. They played at Providence. They won that yesterday 18-6. Yeah, both games, yeah. So right now in the season, they are 3-1, I believe, 2-0 this weekend. And now, because of Mother's Day, we're celebrating Mother's Day. We're going to have 2 games on Saturday. I would post, I believe, one is at Hubbard High School, and the other one is, I believe, at Inglewood STEM. But I will post it. But no, I had a very fun-filled weekend Sunday. Just sit back and relax, and we go get into the sports a little bit later. But it's mighty quiet out there in that Laker Nation and them LeBron James fans. It's mighty quiet out there, mighty quiet. But we go get back into that in sports. So
Lakers in 5.
Yeah, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
So Prince, how was your weekend, man?
High 5, low 5, no 5.
5.
Ain't no Lakers in 5. That's a shame, my man. Anyway, I had an awesome weekend. It was just a regular ass weekend. You know what I mean? Nothing spectacular. I did some shoots. Let me go back. I did do that. Day one of the photo shoot with Hampton and Sons.
Okay, that's what's up.
We met up on Sunday and did that. That was awesome. You know, and I did a shoot for an up and coming chef called Chef Official. He had a food tasting, and that'll come out very soon. I wouldn't film that, so I had a weekend filled of filming.
Okay, that's what's up,
man. I got it in, got a lot of exercise, and I'm very proud of how Passion Films is definitely on the up and rise. So,
okay,
that was my weekend.
That's what's up.
Filled with film. Now we're back, and wow, we are here, man. And I love being here every Monday. As these guys, so I can speak for them. They love being here. You know, this is what we do. We live for this. So now, I want to first of all, today's topic is definitely a retort of last week, right? So you should know I'm coming for you, ladies. You know that because it ain't just the men. It's the ladies too. Why? Why are women attracted to older men? We're gonna get through that. Now,
is it why are women attracted to younger men or women?
Why are younger women attracted to older men? Did I missed that the first time?
Okay, I got it confused. So why is younger women attracted to older?
Right. Last week was older men attracted to young women. And you'd be surprised of my research. All right, but now I want to get into a story. We're talking about Mother's Day. Mother's Day is one of the most important holidays. Actually, Mother's Day is every day. But
exactly.
We celebrate on this particular day. But now Father's Day is coming up, right? And there's a particular story. I'm gonna talk about this, and we're gonna chime. You guys are gonna give me your opinion and your thoughts on this. There was a young man in Ohio, I believe, that was shot and killed by the police, a black man. Here we go again, right? All right. Now, according to the video, the young man was running away, and we heard 4 to 5 shots. Now, the father took it upon himself to murder one of the officers of the Ohio Police Department in this particular town. Mo Green, why don't you expound on that?
Okay. Yeah, it's like our president was saying. Mr. Rodney Hinton Jr. He has been charged with aggravated, let me see here, aggravated murder. On this Saturday? Yes, Saturday. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little detail about what happened here.
Mhm.
Like the president said, it was a call made to the Cincinnati, Ohio Police Department about a stolen car. So I guess they get to the location where there was the reported incident. So the police get out, ask the young man for some identification. I guess he didn't have it. So make a long story short, as he was running away, 4 shots rang out, 2 hit him, once in his arm and the other one was in his leg.
Okay.
Okay. So now, as you mentioned, his son Ryan was the young man that was killed by the Cincinnati officer early Friday morning. So they went down Saturday to watch the video footage of the incident, what happened. The father was not able to make it through the video, so he left. So according to allegedly what happened is, he drove his car into a retired police officer who retired in December. And what he was doing is like voluntary work. It's like a crossing guard. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He was like acting as a crossing guard.
The police that shot the guy?
No,
the young man?
No, it was not that guy. This was actually another police officer.
Okay.
The officer that's accused of shooting the young man, this was not the man who Mr. Hinton killed.
Tell her, wait. No, wait. Go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. Hinton,
yeah.
So Rodney Hinton, that's the father of Ryan.
Right.
So that was the officer that he killed. That was not one of the officers that was at the scene of the incident Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're saying, what I mean the Cincinnati, Ohio Police Department saying that it was intentional.
Right.
Because soon as he saw the video, he left and he went out, and this when the incident happened. So now I'm gonna take it a step further. And this is why, before I say this, Prez, can you please put the disclaimer out, please?
The thoughts and views that are expressed here on Smooth Sailing with AJ Sand, the show for Generation X, are not necessarily the thoughts and views of My Radio Chicago or the Support District Radio Network.
So now, what I'm about to say has been alleged. But what I say, all three of us and anybody who's watching and listening to us can pretty much know what the real story was here. So now listen to this. Rodney Hinton Jr. Now, that's the father of Ryan. Now, Ryan is the 18-year-old that got killed by Cincinnati police officers. Rodney Hinton Jr. is facing murder charges in Cincinnati, Ohio, on a police officer that killed Rodney's son earlier that week. Body cam footage shows the police officer was in the wrong and is not being held accountable. We need the police department to be held accountable for killing innocent people and children, just as the system holds the rest of society accountable. Mm. Now, first of all, let's go back. They said a young man was shot in the back. Now, allegedly, they said that it was a gun that was found on the scene. But the young man did not fire the gun. And once again, he was shot in the back. So I don't know how he could be shot in the back without, you see what I'm saying? So that's my take on that is, once again, it was, and the thing is, we don't know if the officer was Caucasian.
We don't know?
No. Because I tried to find a picture. They did not put a picture of him up.
Okay.
But they got a picture of Mr. Rodney and his son up.
So yet another police-involved shooting, which a young black teenager is killed. All right. I saw the video of all of the police. It was about 30 of them lined up along the wall to support. Now,
In the courtroom, I'm talking about.
in the courtroom,
In the courtroom, right?
he turns and does something or says something. And I'm gonna tell you, as a father, I'm kind of different because I understand evil. I understood what Thanos was on.
Mm-hmm.
I understood what Lex Luthor was on. I get it. I get it. And as a father, I understand what, even though I'm referencing movie titles, but all that stuff is coming from someone's thought. As a father, I get his rage. I get his anger. I get it. I hope to pray in God and, never happens again. And I get it. I don't condone what he did. It was tragic. Wasn't even the guy who shot him.
Right, who shot his son.
Now the world would feel different if it was the actual police that shot him,
Right.
instead of him randomly killing another officer. Now everybody loses here,
Yeah.
right?
On
Everybody
both
loses
ends.
on both ends. Dre Jeff.
Well, that's that classic time to kill moment. You know what I'm saying? And I just saw this movie the other day, reference the movie. Understand he's hurt. His son is gone. He couldn't see the video and all that stuff. But now you just taking it out on someone else who didn't have anything to do with it.
He had nothing to do,
He had
ladies and
nothing to do
gentlemen,
with
with that particular incident with the
Exactly.
wrong officer.
Wrong officer. Now, I can understand the rage. And this is where, like my grandmother would definitely say, this is when the enemy comes in and wants to keep this division of people in this nation today divided. To say, oh, we doing this and we doing that. And there's truly evil people out there, and there's truly racist people out there.
That's right.
No question with that. But I couldn't take it out on someone else because I haven't been put in that situation, but I really think that I would not take it out on anybody else.
So
unless it was, now
the actual person that changes the dynamic. If it was the actual officer who we got.
Yeah.
But he randomly chose a guy who
just randomly
because he was just a police officer.
Yeah.
Now,
first one he probably came
what
across.
message does that send? Excuse me. What message does that send? Is it okay to revenge kill? Is it okay? Of course,
no,
it's not. Of course, life for life. That's not. We're not supposed to do that. But like I said earlier, I get it.
It's not even cool.
Not that I condone it, ladies.
No, I'm not
condoning. Hey, Jay, no, I didn't.
No, even if it's the person
even
if it's the person who done it, it's still not right.
It's not right.
It's still not right.
Not right.
You might feel better, or you think you might feel better, but you have to look at the after effects and the domino effect that it's going to take
For sure.
down the line or whatever. So, like the good book says, vengeance is mine. So, you might have to trust that. You could trust that. I don't know, bro. It's really that's a real slippery slope.
It is very much so.
It's a very slippery slope.
And the thing is, again, as fathers, all of us are fathers. That's
Yeah.
a tragic thing. We don't know. We can always say I would have did this or I would have did that.
Exactly.
But you don't know until you're in that situation.
Until you're in that situation. So, is it wrong? Yes. But I can't say what I would and wouldn't do, because as soon as you say that, someone will put that test on you. Now, right. It just pop up. It's called karma. You got it.
Prayers go out to that family, to the police officer's family. We're not biased here. Just a tragic story. Story.
Yeah, to the Ryan family, the police officer family, all of that, because it's real. Yeah, it's real crazy.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why this I'm not just gonna say the United States. This whole world is in this cavern. This, and we're trying to get out or whatever. But sometimes I feel like if you just sit back and think and calm down and think it through, you might do the right thing.
That's right.
All
right, everyone. Tonight's show is brought to you by Nancy's Home Care, helping people change lives. Generation X, talking to youth, our parents, aunts, uncles, our loved ones. They're getting older, and they need that help. Go to www.nancysHomeCare.com, or you can just give them a call at 773-819-6821. Nancy's Home Care, helping people, changing lives. We're going to take us a break, right?
Right.
Take a break.
Yeah.
After all that was kind of
that was deep, man.
That was deep right there.
That was
and
deep.
When we come back, today's topic: why do you young girls like us, older men, that is? So we're gonna definitely have some chimer inners on that. And I'm gonna say, some ladies, I'm coming at you. I gotta do it. 1, 2, 3.
It's more than radio
because
we podcasted.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Promise I'll be chillin'. We get vibes that throw them shorties that ask me why I'm posted with a stone face. They try to pick at me and see if they can peek in my mind. But what exactly is you seeking to find? Mind my business, drink water, and stay out of the way. So get to the bag, stock up on my bait. On occasion, conversation on point. Play it with giggles. It's the last to get me closer to making that jiggle on these. So mine's so mine, not gonna offer rock and she will think I'm nuts sometimes. I just clearly understand the assignment. Don't end up in the group chats unless I knock her back out of alignment. No one left on the surface exactly how I freak until the splash waterfall. It's smoother than a speakers and I'm out like a thief in the night. Sink my seat when I'm right. She thinking life, I'm thinking more life. What's up? Nah. Right. There's nothing left to say. What you saying? What up? All them games have come undone. Hey, we strong for the games. What's up? There's no need to play pretend. No capping in my rapping, baby. When I feels as clear as day. So what's that? See, that's why I was at. Sort of more plain sight. That's how I stand out. I don't speak on any itinerary y'all playing now. Not the average Jodas big on giving any handouts. It's simple for them would never be how this stands out. I ain't stunned up in my aura for you to getting shown. Ego trip out to play the helium out your head balloon. Now that we reached a pretty clear understanding, let's get back into position for these back shots I'll be handed. I'm a cognac sipper. If I'm on it, it's tequila. Been the freshest since the hottest drip was gold ropes and feelers. You see it in my presence, I astonish. They calling me sick, minus the vomit. Plus I'm about high as a comic, back to you though. How I thought you this V is quite demonic, and I still keep it platonic. Grab some grub, maybe Sonic. Play some games, maybe Sonic. Music playing, Silk Sonic. Now let me finish the sonnet as I roll up this shit, there's nothing left to say. What you saying? What up? All them games have come undone. We strong for the games. What's up? There's no need to play pretend. No capping in my rapping, baby. When I feels as clear as day. So what's that? What's that? What's that? This ain't your mama two-step old. This that new way, play it cold. All of y'all heard it. I said was. This ain't your mama's two-step old. This that new way, play it type code. Feel that? This ain't your mama two-stepping old. This that new wave, shot sound cold. Late show, we gone. Peace.
Sometimes you have to take your horrible experiences and use it for inspiration. Use it for inspiration to work towards gaining your greater experiences. Life is all about appreciation. You know that? Appreciate where you came from, real this though. I'm just trying to tell my story from the realest view. Descriptions that y'all never heard to me is nothing new. I've been holding back the pain for a long time. Too busy trying to keep it strong until my thoughts, man. I got a chip on my chest and it never left. I gotta get it out the mud, appreciate what's left. I've been through pain when it rain is muddy. When I see my people starve, yeah, that bitch was ugly. It's nothing like it when your mama asking you for money. Never show obligation to turn nothing to something. I got this weight on my shoulders, but I ain't letting up. Instead of trying to hit the mark, I gotta make some calls. I gotta keep my head up, back against the wall. But once I make it to the top, I'm trying to take it all. You don't know what it feels like to walk my pair of shoes. Through days of hunger, pain, and stuff, no options left to choose. I've been busting, sweating, tears, it's exhausting, yeah. I'm just trying to move my family to the palm trees, yeah. I gotta grab by any means, there's no option, yeah. You know just about what I'm talking, yeah. We had our memories back with our house in Gage Park, south side Chicago. Good and bad. You won't believe it if I told you. Check it out. What's up? I remember all them years up on Fairfield. Yeah, we grew up in the slums, just know the struggle real. No pot to piss in, you got issue, you get it how you live. You ain't trying to live like that, something gotta give. About them times with no heat, you gotta boil that water. Now you taking out turns just to keep that order. We had to go through a disaster, it was no disorder. When there was no route for help, it just felt like torture. Once upon a time, family was close, we felt below. Everybody went their separate ways, they let us know. Disappearing on this, this how the family was. It trained me differently, now it's hard for me showing love. Limited resources, gotta eat from all the food pantries. You gotta eat what's on that plate, but at your hand, boy. You don't know when your next meal make it last, boy. Hard times come around with long cash, boy. You know, as I got a little older, it was me, my brother, and my nephew. Young teenager, one time though, 2010 to 2015. There was the days, but them gangs around us started fucking with us though. And you know we all had friends growing up, just different lifestyles. Let's get it. It really opened me up getting jumped at 13. You ain't black unless you GD to a Latin king. They tried to kill me, bash my head through the concrete. They left me bloody and conscious and shaking at the scene. Why you coming at me like that for? I don't gang bang. Then they hit me with that game changer, them life changers, them brain thinkers. Ever since that crazy day I had animosity. Bunch of devil dogs, they help me, please just get them off of me. I still learn though, I don't sweat them no. I'm much older now, ain't guilty by affiliation. Do the right thing, if you carry invest conciliation. You can still carry, cause this is a dangerous city. You better say me sorry, cause I can't die for pity. Get your seal carry, cause this is a dangerous city. You better say the sorry, cause I can't die for pity. You wanna know about my life, my struggles, my pain, and the knowledge I've gained? Well, here it is.
Hot one, two, I get up, girl. Hot one, two, Yeah, I know you see me walking with this bag. You know I stay with a baddie, but she's trying to figure shit out. Hot one, two, I get up, girl. Life won't hurt you. I get up, girl, I won't hurt you. I got a girl, babe, she wants you too. We trying to see just what that booty do. Who you gon' hike it to? Her one, her two, her one, her two. I got a girl, I won't hurt you. You know that potty got me mesmerized. You probably feel the geeking in my eyes. I can't believe this life. No double vision, got a crystal eye. The way I feel it got me in the sky. Get you at the same time. They do at the same time. My boo is a dang down. She ain't do a dang lie. Can't change with the blind seat. Don't sleep with your pockets open. My freaks a rock and roll. Yeah, I creep with the motor old. I keep them birds chirping. She keeps smoking like a Motorola. Like skin, dark skin, my skin, your skin. Anywhere you coming, if I'm slugging, then I'm bugging up. When I pull up, honey pack. Double sock, woody pack, salsa. One, two, her want her to. I got a girl, I want her to. Her want her to, her want her to. I got a girl, I want her to. I got a girl, babe, she want you to. We tryna see just what that booty do. Who you gon' hike it to? Her want her to, her want her to. I got a girl, I want her to. Left cheek, right cheek. Those cheeks, my cheek, I get more litter than cat owners. And I don't know the cat, they make it clap as a dang bonus. Probably got me hotter than a chick in a G-string. Who wanna give me things, who bringing a buddy, cause she knows we on the same thing. I'm grabbing and squeezing on her, somebody's a king dream. I done seen pains, give a demon a wet dream. Thick so thick, I masturbated in tight jeans. Okay, I think we're gonna call the audible right quick. I want her, but I think I want the other one. I think I want the other girl over there. There's so many choices in. I don't even know what to choose. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it might be you.
Somebody asked, AJ, why you always bouncing anytime y'all come back from break? Because I'll be happy. The music be dope. I mean, I gotta. I'm on beat.
No, your little bouncy seat won't let you be on beat, man.
Welcome back to Smooth Sailing with AJ Saying, the show with Generation X right here on My Radio Chicago. That's on the Support District Radio Network, where it's what, people?
More than radio.
Because
we podcasting.
AJ, why you always got your sunglasses on the inside? I know it's a fashion no, but I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of bright.
They said that about Michael Jordan when he did that interview, after all that stuff. He said, don't make it look good with your sunglasses.
Well, sunglasses on the inside is a fashion no. We know that, but we break that rule all the time. And plus, I'm the president. I can do what I want.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So,
Trump. I want
to promote this upcoming show before we get into our topic. That's I Love You and My Husband. See? That's what I'm saying. It's right here. It ain't me. It's I Love You and My Husband. That play will be, it's a dramatic stage play. That play is going to be at the, I want to say, Kahine Theater. See, I hate when I can't. Kehren.
Could be Karen.
It's not Karen, Dre Jeff. It's look at me getting on you. I can't even pronounce it. But anyway, it's right there, 5626 West Washington Boulevard. Sunday, May 8th. Go see that at 6:30. I Love You and My Husband. And our past guest, who's the voice for Nancy's Home Care, Miss Erica Jackson. She is one of the stars in this play. So definitely go check that out. I Love You and
Mother's Day.
Yes. Now, Mother's Day is this Sunday, right?
Yes.
So everyone, make sure you love on your mamas.
Oh, most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Your mamas.
Yeah, we be on the road back from NC. So
love on your mamas. All right. Speaking of mamas, well, sometimes we may call them little mamas, or I'm just saying, we will call them that. You never say, hey, what's up, little mama? You never said that.
Yeah, that shit 17 years.
Yeah, right.
So, okay. Now, last week we talked about older men liking younger women. Now, this week we're going to talk about younger women liking older men. All right. Now, again, I did the disclaimer, and don't be saying what AJ said and AJ did. This ain't AJ. I did research, so don't be coming at me. All right. Here we go. And somebody, last week they was like, dude, why are you giving away all the secrets, man? You can't say the younger the wetter. I'm like, why not? I mean, that's the study said that. It wasn't me.
Hey, hold on.
The younger the wetter. That's what the study said.
Down what the study say. If you know, you know. Simple as that.
10 reasons why women love dating older men. Okay, now, as women are attracted, we know this throughout the ages. It's been throughout history, so don't act like it's just the men. All right. This age-old question is difficult to answer because the complexity of choice. That's all it is. Some argue that we're programmed by our cultures and backgrounds, so the choice is an illusion. All right, here we go. Evolutionary genes.
What the hell our pants got to do with what we wear?
From an evolutionary point of view, the question why women date older men can't be answered by our reproductive capabilities. This is study. Don't come at me. All right. Men favor fertility over youth. even if it's subconscious, although you'll see that, later on down the line, that may or may not be true. But so they think, in other words, they gon',
Mm-hmm.
you disagree with that, Dre Jeff?
No, well, so what they saying is they rather have a baby than they're worried about it being a young woman. Nah, bro.
No.
Bro. I mean, because
Look at Mo Green, man. He get on my nerves.
right. Nah, bro. Because my thing is, I'm an older man, and just to say, if something happened to my wife and then I get back on the dating scene,
Hey, Kim.
and a younger woman did like me or whatever, I'm going to get fixed because I ain't trying to have no kids now.
You ain't gonna have no more babies?
Hell
Why
no,
not?
I'm 53 years old, man. Hell no.
I'm having trouble chasing Bryce on the tennis court. So
That's what I'm saying. That would be unfair to that child.
Yes.
When I had my 3, I was able to run around and I was able to, hang out and do things and stuff with him. Not to say that I couldn't do it now, but it'd be a challenge.
So to all my guys out there, and these are my guys who just had babies, just think about 20 years from now, you'll be 70.
Exactly.
And your kid will be 20. Mo Green.
Damn that. When he's 10, you'll be 62.
And then the embarrassing thing, you going to the 8th grade graduation. Oh, that's your grandfather.
Oh,
they be like, that's my dad. I'm like, what? You got to push him around. No, man. No, I'm good, man. I'm not doing that.
What you think, Mo Green?
Hell no, but I'm not going to get fixed. You better take them pills or something. No. We ain't doing that one.
I'm going to get fixed.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to get.
That's a show altogether.
I'm going to get
a woman
neutered.
will say, "Well, y'all want us to get out too?"
No, I'm going. I don't mind. I'm going because the procedure is innovative and it's fast and you can be in and out. I do the studies and I seen the look. It won't pop up on me. I'm pregnant with your baby. Yeah.
Well, a couple of my guys, y'all know y'all have had some kids, so just know that. Let's welcome them.
And then you just think about and now that I'm thinking about it, now my son is finna have a baby.
Sure.
And then my grandson gonna be older than my
actual son. Yeah.
Nah.
Well,
No.
Well, Dre Jeff.
No. Ain't happening.
My oldest son is 33.
Okay.
My grandson is 9.
Okay.
My youngest son is 15. Is that bad? Generation X, is that bad?
No.
You know what? And I hate to say it like this or whatever. It's not bad because of the age preference. Okay, you had your son young.
Sure.
Okay, that's fine. You don't know what was going to happen down the line. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You really don't know what's going to, especially between that age bracket of 25 until at least maybe 40, maybe 45.
Well,
so now, but you 50s in your 50s now
and having babies. I mean, so what?
I mean, to each his own. To each his own. I put it to you like that. To each his own. But for me, nah, I ain't happening.
Right. Kim pregnant. All right. So
yeah, okay.
For the second thing, ladies. All right, here we go. Greater life experience. Okay, check this out, man. For many women, the joy of a partnership is to explore life and make mistakes together. Nevertheless, some women dating older men gives them the support they crave.
Daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, go ahead. Since you said daddy issues, go ahead.
Because it all goes back to what I said last week. When you get to more than a 10-year age difference in a person you're dating. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to date, what I mean date casually to have sex, and that's it. A good time. We call each other, we go out, we go to a concert, we go enjoy each other's time, we go. But anything substantial, now, I'm going to narrow it down. Get a group of 5 people, and I guarantee 5 couples, and it's a 10-year age difference. I guarantee you probably maybe 1, maybe 2 of them couples will survive.
That's true.
Because the mentality is not there. Now, even if you're with that person for, say, 7 of those years, yes, they may grow to learn you and you learn them. but they be willing to adapt to what you're doing.
Okay. All right.
That's why I say it's daddy issues or it's mommy issues, depending on where it's at.
Jeezy. No, it sounds too much like jizz. I'm sorry. We all know what jizz is.
Yeah. I agree with I agree with you, Mo. It's more
Maybe they like the older jizz. I don't know.
Now you go give them worms. Man, stop playing.
No, I agree with you. It's you know what? I'm glad you said the thoughts and views. Or, you know, it's all about it's maybe a maturity mindset, and I'm not just gonna say I'm not gonna just say the woman. I'm gonna say the man too.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, if you dating someone and you dating them very, very, very seriously, and there's a 15-year gap, what you gonna talk about after it's over with?
But what if she got a whole soul? Like I said last week, man.
I just said it depends on the
She's
maturity.
27. I'm talking about.
And I'm 52.
Right.
And I'm 52.
She 27.
And I'm 52.
What I'm gonna talk
And I'm
to?
52.
Degreed.
And I'm 52.
Got a bag.
And I'm 52. And I'm 52.
Got a whole soul.
And I'm 52.
She 27. You ain't going. You ain't going, Mo Green.
Fuck. No. I have a daughter that's 24. That's what I look at.
She got a bag.
I don't give a damn. She have 20 bags.
You ain't going, Dre Jeff?
No, because
Remember Kim is watching.
what we gonna talk about? Gullah Gullah Island?
That's
It
the
ain't-
thing.
I'm just saying, you know, Ben 10, those are, and my sons are 21 and 22. So you talking about someone like maybe 2-3 years older, you know what I'm saying?
27.
And I'm 52. Listen to me.
Here's the thing. Like I said, it's the maturity of a woman. And I'm gonna say, you might say no. You say yeah.
No, hold on.
Wait a moment.
Scenario.
You give
See,
me
y'all
a scenario.
kill me. Yeah, because I didn't say I would do 27. I'm just giving a scenario.
But okay, you give
I
the
may be a
scenario.
little emphatic with it, but hey, I'm just giving a scenario.
If you give the scenario,
27. Remember, the younger the wetter. According to study, got a bag, degreed, old soul,
Okay.
want to be.
but no one has been put in that position. 9 times out of 10, a man that this our age and a 25, 27-year-old will try to come on to him. 9 times out of 10, we're gonna back off. We're gonna back off because we're not even talking really about child. She old enough to be your grandchild almost. You know, almost.
No, I know almost. Not 27-year-old grandchild.
No, it depends on
We
when you
ain't
get
that old.
started.
No,
But-
that's mathematically impossible.
Okay, well, I know that's old enough to be your child. So,
Yeah.
in saying that, we not put in this position. She got to have a real bag or a real mind to grab.
Hell no.
Because 9 times, no, that's not gonna happen.
Well, I ain't going either for y'all. Y'all wondering what are you gonna say? I'm
Okay.
not going. I don't care what it is. She's just too young. She's not.
Hey,
She's not
but
ready.
This statement I'm about to
The
say.
proboscis wouldn't even go ahead.
My point
Go
exactly.
ahead.
But I'm about
Yeah,
to say right here,
Basically, yeah.
even though it is universal, it's soothing to the soul, it unites and reunites everybody. Our music culture gonna be different, man.
Yeah, I ain't looking
So
to
that's
I ain't
gonna be-
listening to Lil Wody.
Yeah, so
And
that's
I'm
gonna,
listening-
that's gonna be it right there.
I'm not listening to Lil Wody and I got NWA on.
You know
what
my
I'm saying?
turn up is?
What?
My turn up is to Lil Jon.
Which one?
That's about
It don't matter.
That's the
It
youngest
don't matter.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Lil
Yang
Jon.
ain't twins. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
the
it.
Loonies. I got 5 on
You
it.
see my.
Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah,
You see my.
there you go.
Mhm. Right, that's what I'm saying. And that was like what, early 2000s?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So okay, I can go there with that. After anything after that, it's like, man, I don't know what I don't know.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
No, you know that's what they be saying. I don't know what the hell they say. So our music is look at what. Oh no, you wasn't there. Mo can test when we went to our all-class picnic. You come down the aisle.
Which one?
The one that just passed.
I was there. No, I wasn't.
No, you wasn't.
No, I was.
No,
I was on
When
the-
you
was on
come
the way
past,
back.
you saw the class of the older class 70s, and then you start
60s,
coming into the 80s, and then you come to the you even come to the early 2000s. They were chill. Now, when you start going, when you go back there, it was a class of 2021 out there, boy, they was out there twerking and all that stuff. They was having a good time.
So the twerking bothers you.
No, it don't. What I'm saying is the
There's a
culture.
time and place for everything.
Twerk for you.
That's none of your business.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody asked that.
Well, I don't care. That's none of your business.
Okay.
But if because everyone stopped and looked over there when they was twerking, we was like, oh
Yeah.
wow, they buck wild over there.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So we let them stay in their little section and be buck wild, and we went back to our music.
So bottom line is you don't like younger women. You wouldn't go, no matter the bag, no matter the mentality, no matter none of that. You ain't going.
Not that young, no.
Not 27.
No.
It all depends on what the intent is.
Exactly.
So you may go.
If the intent is to casually date and have sex, yes.
So you're going.
Yes. But if she talking about after the, say, second month, we want to get sick. Oh, no, we ain't getting, no, we ain't no moving.
No
in.
matter if she hand you a bag.
Nah.
Here, take this 25 grand. Just do what you want to do with it.
No.
Here.
You know why? Because strings come attached to that. Don't let them fool you.
But see,
You ain't got to do nothing. Just be
That's
my
bullshit.
no, but see,
And
that's
you know it.
All right.
that's the thing. Something like that in that occasion, you have to be up front from the get-go.
Okay.
Not let it linger on. You know
All
what
right,
I'm saying?
let's leave that one there. Here we
Yeah,
go.
leave that one out.
Greater stability. This is another reason. Greater stability. This is not AJ saying.
You ain't latching on to me. Get your ass up out here.
This is real research. Perhaps younger women and older men go well together because of the roles we play according to society's rules.
Once again.
We're the dominant, we the breadwinner, right? Okay.
Mhm,
After all, most of us live in a, patriarchal culture
mhm.
that primes us to believe that men are the providers.
Mhm.
So, by definition, older men will have more time to sort out their careers than to be able to provide for women, or perhaps not, right? So, what they're saying is younger women want an older man because of the stability factor. They can take care of them, they don't have anything to worry about. Mo Green.
Like I stated earlier, your ass ain't latching on to
What if you
me.
like her, man? You might like her.
I like her enough to casually date for 2 months.
You are just.
And like he said, once again, I think I don't want to say it's daddy issues, but you're looking for if you're looking for stability, you're looking, and like I said, number one, I'm not spurning that, love is not out there for you.
Of course.
But if your whole bag is to, well, I'm not dating. If you was to date older, 25, and you dated someone 35, probably wouldn't have no problem with that.
Of course.
I wouldn't have no problem with that. But
I remember when I was 19 or I was 18, and she was like 27, 26. I was highly intimidated because she was already grown. I'm 19, but see, we 19, we kind of, we grown, right?
yeah,
We grown because
Yeah.
at that time I was on my own, but I'm telling you that it was, we're talking the reverse now.
okay.
I was intimidated about
That's
it
because
she-
you still a kid.
yeah,
you
and she
still a
made
kid.
it known, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, sure,
You-
whatever you want.
You still you're right. You still younger, and you still getting your footing. Now even at 25, 26, she might not have had her footing, but she's been out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, if you're 25 and you targeting, I don't want to talk to no one unless they 50 and up. Now you targeting, I can easily say that, oh, you just looking for someone to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You could, or you could have, daddy issues. You could.
Okay.
60-70% of the time, that's what it is, because
Both
you're
of y'all
afraid-
said
but-
that issues. Both of y'all.
but you have men out here the same way.
They have mama issues.
That's what I say, Daddy.
Yeah.
Men have mama issues.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you attach
Hell yeah.
you trying to attach onto someone to be either you been with your mom, or you want someone to be like your mom, or this is something you ain't never had. and you want this. So you want this mommy thing or whatever. And I seen in the movie, and I hate to quote movies that always almost true to fact. It says this person either had too much love or not enough love. So that's where it all kind of intertwines and stuff or whatever into it or whatever.
All right. You guys are wow. You know, that's why y'all on my staff. You know what I'm saying? All right. We'll do one more and take a break. Now, here's this one. This one is, here we go. This may cause some controversy. Remember that? Controversy. All right. Those who are attracted to older men often see someone who's more comfortable with themselves and who knows what they want in life.
Okay, let's honestly ask.
Wait. So this, all right. Despite our mental and creative capabilities, we start declining in our what? 40s.
Yeah, we run around with the
As
chickens.
we stuff started to happen to both men and women, right? Social reasoning, all of this stuff, it's like needed. What do you think about that? The older, the wiser, the more comfortable, she's good.
I mean, you know, we do things and we
She's
social.
27, she's 27.
We sociable, but really, let's ask ourselves this question: What
She got
do
her
we
hair.
really want in life? What do we really want in life?
Her hair,
I
it's
think-
like silky.
Is it hers?
27. Don't matter if it's hers or not.
And what, she got a receipt? She bought it. Okay, it's
You know what
her.
I'm saying? She's 27. Bad. Whisper stuff in your ear.
Sometimes when people,
Caters to you.
no, sometimes when people,
Loves on you.
okay, Mister.
Every hole is available.
Oh my gosh, this dude.
For you or for her?
Right.
For, I'm saying scenario wise, y'all. I'm just saying she's 27. The scenario.
When someone is trying to latch on to someone
Every
else's social
hole
ability and
Is available.
they're missing something. To
It
me,
made me sick. He's so nasty.
you're right. He is.
Mhm.
I'm trying to ignore you. You know, when you latch on to other people because they have this social thing where they can just jump on and you can't. So now you want to jump on so you can feel comfortable and then go into the role.
Well, what's wrong with her wanting to be with someone who's already stable, know what they want? Come on, girl, I got you. And she on the same page. Bad
But then where's your identity?
body.
Where's your identity? Body fails. You know,
Smart.
okay.
Got a
Memory,
bag.
yeah, memory fail and money gets spent. But where's your identity?
Wet.
I throw some water on it, spit on it. I can get like you. I'm okay.
Don't be saying like me. Let's be getting that nonsense from. That be Dre Jeff planting that seed. Don't believe it. Don't believe it.
What I'm saying is, I think now you build together and then you interested in something or whatever, or vice versa. You could be interested in some of the stuff that she's doing. Some of it. This is where your identity supposed to come in. It's like, okay, not that I'm this boisterous person, but I'm not a shy person. I'm not shy to the point where if I'm not interested and I have my own things and all that stuff, you should be able to go out and find some of the things that you like and build upon.
So just because I want to, scenario wise, I want a younger woman, I don't have my identity.
Why not? You human, right?
Sure.
Okay, then. You know why? Just because you're AJ Sand don't mean you don't have your identity.
Okay. Moran, what you think, bro? She wants you because you're older, you're stable, you know what you want, right? You are her comfort, all of those things. And she's 27.
Okay.
Angel Reese.
Okay.
Ish. That's
Nope.
your girl there.
Yeah, that's my girl, but I wouldn't.
Angel Reese-esque.
There you go, my man. So now, I'm gonna simplify this for you. Go back
Bad.
and list the things that you said she is. That make her appealing. She's what, 26 and what?
27.
Okay,
There's a
27.
difference.
Okay, 27.
She got a bag.
Bad.
Okay,
Got a bag.
okay,
Every hole is available.
okay,
She caters to you.
okay.
She's wet. smart,
Okay,
and wants to just cater to you.
that's 7.
Damn, man, you couldn't like wait for that?
So out of them
My
7,
bad, man.
out of them 7,
Ouch.
if she can give me 3, and that's less than half, then maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's hold on. And the only reason I did it like that is because, and see, this is why I'm glad we're having this conversation, because me and Rashonda, we had this conversation. Well, not this, but conversations like this. And this is where the adult conversations come into play, and they don't. Now, a woman will say, who are you to get to a place like that? But y'all do it all the damn time. So now, I'm not going tit for tat, and I'm glad you brought this up, because in Mo's moment, we're going to talk about boundaries.
Oh,
Because this is why when you start setting boundaries like that, and that's why I say, anybody who know me, I'm a fair man. You listed 7. I say meet me with 3. That's less than half.
less than half.
And we can deal. If you're not willing to meet me with less than, you can kiss my ass.
That no.
No, hold on. Let me say this.
Go ahead, bro.
And if we are to start dating, and I don't know you from jack shit, and you think we ready to move in, hell, we going 50-50. And if you don't like it, K-I-M. Kim, keep it moving. Now we can go to break.
Thank I
No, he says.
yeah, my
Yeah.
dear friend.
Yeah.
We got all the comments.
Right. He said sometimes people, and he didn't say woman or man, he said people seek older people because they were molested by an older person.
Molested.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Molested.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Shut up. I mean, that could be true
It could be. It could
at
be.
one point or whatever.
That,
Yeah. I wasn't really trying to go that.
That's saying all on,
Yeah,
that's our
well,
guy. That's
yeah,
our
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Keep it so real,
Same
same
big-
book.
yeah,
All right, we're
real.
going to take us a break. And when we come back, we're going to have the news, the weather, and the sports, and all those things. Just remember, tonight's show is brought to you by Nancy's Home Care, helping people, saving lives. www.nancy'shomecare.com. 3, 2, 1.
It's more than radio.
Mo Green, because
Yeah,
what?
It's
We
we podcast. See,
Yeah.
Oh, messed up.
see, you messed us all up.
We'll
Go to
be
break,
back.
man.
I got them both, y'all.
No, you didn't
Yeah,
get
he
it.
did. You got us that.
I'll make sure I handle that pipe down. When I get done, get the towel for the wipe down. Mouth on point, baby, talking to me right now. She be talking like, kid, come get it, come climb up in it, baby, feed my kid. Prefer to keep boom boom on her. Damn, no, baby, she the one I prefer. The one I check for when I hustle the while I go so hard and I bring that shirt. She the one that gon' flow with ice. Talk to me nice, baby girl, blow my dice. My foot in the charm, we be getting it all night. After hours, we get out of sleep. Blow me down, good gas, baby got a hood pass. She be going point, she ain't never got a look back. I been trying to prove that I'm like that. She been trying to prove that she like that. Though it's what this store right past. She been leaving out, but she coming like right back. I been trying to prove that I'm like that. She been trying to prove that she like that. Though it's what this store right past. She been leaving out, but she coming like right back. I been trying to prove that I'm like that. She been trying to prove that she like that. Though it's what this store right past. She been leaving out, but she coming like right back. I been trying to prove that I'm like that. She been trying to prove that she like that. Though it's what this store right past. She been leaving out, but she coming like right back. Yeah, little baby, got a wagon, little baby. What you checking, little baby? Can you drive me crazy? All this time is a pair of my baby. You the superstar on the co-star, baby. The rest is more, we don't need no thing. That's the real as a kid, baby. Hold my plate. When I stick to the plan, let me prove my point. Get it back to what I'm saying down. What was I saying?
You know I like it when you get to taking it off. I love it when you get nasty when you drunk. She like the sick when she drunk. I like the fuck when I'm drunk.
You putting your hair up?
I like that. She'll start on the mic, yeah. Get into it right here. Daddy never fight fair. She'll suck it to the night, yeah. Into the morning. Trophy, that fingers all of her booty. She got that ooey, her poppin' feel like a Uchi. She got that girl. 2 hands while she making it. She got that. 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 2 hands while she making it. She got that. She got that. She got that. She got that. Shawty a demon. Like a goat, never choke on the choke. If you knew how she did me last weekend, somebody could replace, you wouldn't believe it. My baby is nasty. Match my freak. Choke hold that dog deep. I'm buckling my pants while I'm in the front seat. Yeah, I like that. She'll skirt on the mic, yeah. Get into it right here. Shawty never fight fair. She'll fuck into the night, yeah. Into the morning. She got that girl. 2 hands while she making it cry. She got that. 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 2 hands while she making it cry. She got that. She got that. She got that. She got that. No. Reflex. Give me that cock every time we sex. The things she can do with her tongue. Trying to get in your lungs. Serve it out until it's done. I'm trying to feed you my soul. 2 hands while she making it. She got that. That's why she making it fun.
Patient keep cooling.
I'm from Chicago. I know something we never said. Talking about they said they gon' cry, but ain't gon' do it. No, said about the homicide, but ain't gon' pull it. That's the blood your head, don't pull up. Better not pull up. We caught a spot here, Nacho, we boom. Put it in the box and call it for the kind. If I can be that strange.
What was it?
They don't know they live, but they steady screaming they gang. All over that anyway, give a fuck about they line. Got my chopper memory. Memory. People need me a shit just to get me in my. I'm calling yo. If I catch him, I'm just shit for that money. Gone all of that. We speak now, had your set harder than T-Pot. These T-Pots had him laying next to his those failures is why they steady sending me screenshots. That's really is why she steady sending me. Say they gon' cry, but ain't gon' do it. No, say they about the homicide, but ain't gon' pull it. That's the blood your head, don't pull up. Better not pull up. We caught a spot here, Nacho, we boom. We boom. Who fly out them dirty eagles? They ain't come from us, it must came from them seagulls. You gotta watch from them snakes and watch for the weasels. None of them is to see them. You don't see us, but we see them. All my life in a pink hitter. Yeah, I know how to clean up. All my life in a pink thinner. Say you wanna trick the Jesus. All my life in a big tipper. Get them to see us. All my life I just been me. And them 20 be us. Only time I don't come up. Guess you gonna come up. Chopping legs. You gon' run up. If you try to dead Fred, it ain't funny. 1,500 on your head, that promise. Say they gon' cry, but ain't gon' do it. No, say they about the homicide, but ain't gon' pull it. Let the blood your head, let you don't pull up. We caught a spot here, Metro, we booming.
Yeah, Migo. You know what the fuck I'ma do? Yeah. Let's get it. Been having thoughts with my mother. Not been having thoughts with my mother. Not been having thoughts with my mother. Been having thoughts with my mother. If I let it off, it'll make it block. If I let it off, it'll make the block. Been having thoughts with my mother. Nah, been having thoughts with my mother. We can go blah for blah, blah. Bet they heard about it. They heard. Can't go 12 a cops. Can't get no words about it. No word. We can go fish their talk. Fish scale. 99 birds crowded. Your boy got outline chalk. And young got swerve about him. Swerve. If you came from the north, you was made. I done see shit cut with a blade. Split shit up 3 ways. Still this shit gon' change. Blow out your brains for calling our gang. Don't know about the struggle and pain. Take it back to the amateur days. Performing free and never paid. Sit back and peel back the top. Peel it back. Think about the loss and the wins. Mama said keep your head up high. Mama never let a nigga touch your chin. Put the blue tips in a new Glock. Never let a nigga touch your end. Nah, my nigga ain't rats in the pen. Through the top pack right over the fence. We gone. Been having thoughts with my mother. Nah, 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 if I let it off, it'll make it block. If I let it off, it'll make the block. Been having thoughts with my mother. Nah, been having thoughts with my mother. Nah.
Black for Glock, yeah, we can go eye for eye. We have to go right there, no lie. Hit her with a green light, don't stop. Now we can go ride for ride. Right sight, no cap out, your night. Can't no nigga, the light. Dog with it, you would think I'm a hit. Something probably kinda feel like a dick. 8 figures, I done been up a stick. Got a chain, hit her with the baguettes. Play betray, you better play with a tick. Street legend, reputation is set. Staying at it like I've been on the net. I don't need her, she don't stay with the wit. Can't truth ain't nothing here tougher. Get a Glock, let it burn like Usher. Get your whole team blitz, I'll rush ya. On the sideline, hate you'll suffer. Shoot talking, stay with the knives. In the kitchen, I play with the pies. New whip, ready to play on the block. Well, I'm thinking you say I was pops. Keep me a Glock with a DOT. I'ma get mine off TOP. Everywhere I go, say I'm the truth. Keeping out smoke, money in the beat. Different color coupe, I'm hopping out. Money coming, I ain't seen a drought. Big flicks, know I'm going out. Pull up season, we don't do the cloud.
Been having thoughts with my mother. Nah, 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 if I let it off, it'll make it block. If I let it off, it'll make the block. Been having thoughts with my mother. Nah, been having thoughts with my mother. Nah.
Am I on, Dre Jeff?
Yes, you are on.
I'm saying I'm with the beat.
No, you never be on beat.
I think I do, man.
Only when you stepping, bro.
Oh, whatever I say.
Only when you stepping. You might have a little rhythm there.
I am a stepper, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Smooth Sailing with AJ Sam, the show for Generation X, right here on my radio. That's on the Support Digital Radio Network. Where's More Radio? Jeff, if you make that pig sound one more time, I'm gonna find your ass.
Look, man.
Oh, come on, man.
It's springtime, man.
What do you say?
Just do the weather, man. Do the weather.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Nancy's Home Care, helping people change their lives. Go to www.nancysHomeCare.com. All right. Are we gonna have spring or what, man? First it's cold and it's hot.
Hey, man, it's out there.
That's not unusual,
Man,
we all know.
you know what? I'm tired of talking to him about this. He forget he live in Chicago. You know, it's only 2 seasons.
There you go.
Stop playing.
Today we had a high of 56 degrees, or 58, I should say. Tonight's low will be 46. Tomorrow, high of 72, the year I was born. And it's going to be partly sunny with a low of 48. Wednesday, 67. Thursday, 57. Friday, 61. We'll end the week with 71. And we'll average out at about, let's see, we got a count in the bit. I say about 70 degrees. We'll average out. Maybe off for 2.
I'll be in North Carolina then.
You will be. Right now it's 56 degrees. Tonight's weather is brought to you by again Nancy's Home Care, helping people, changing lives. Now, I know you got to prepare for this. Now, this time you better get it right because the sports were more. When
you learn how to talk, then you talk to me. All right. All right. All right.
Sports with Mo Green is coming up.
It won't hook.
This is the lamest part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. The lamest part of the show. You are fine, young man. You got
first
to have
all,
this right. What the
first
hell,
of all, to our viewing listeners, I am so sorry for that.
Apologize for the noises you make.
I almost said something, but we are on radio. I apologize for that. For some reason, ever since we had our phone tag incident, we're not hooking up right.
Okay.
Ever since we had our phone tag.
I hope you didn't infect anything. You understand me?
I hope not neither. Because you know your raggedy phone was on there. We don't even know what you got on your phone. So, we don't know.
See, that's why y'all be thinking stuff. What you saying. Sports with Mo Green.
All right. I was going to start on the south side. I was going to start on the north side because we know that's AJ's first and best side.
You already know I love him.
But after I did some tallying up here, I said we're going to start on the south side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only because yesterday our beloved White Sox, we beat the Houston. Who they not? Astros? The Astros?
I don't know. They changed their name.
Yeah, they changed it. Yeah, but the Astros. No, they're the Houston Astros. They beat them 5-1. 5-4. Now, the thing is, they won the series 2-1. But the reason why I'm happy to be see that they're on the up and coming is in the 3-game series, the White Sox outscored the Houston Astros 20-10.
You go, Dre Jeff.
Now,
bum on the Sox.
So no, they like I said.
Sorry, it just popped on there.
It's all good. We ready for next week.
You ready?
So now, actually, the White Sox, they travel to Kansas City to take on the Royals, and this is a 4-game series, and it kicks off at 6:40 tonight. So now we're gonna go to the north side where the Cubs. Yeah, the Cubs actually they lost to Milwaukee 0-4 yesterday. Yeah. But they actually won the series 2-1, and they kept them in first place. And even with that loss, that kept them. When it moved them to 21-14 on the season. Where tonight, actually, the Giants come here to Wrigley Field for a 3-game series, and that kicks off at 6:40. They have Thursday off, but I'm looking forward to this weekend series, Friday through Sunday, where the Cubs, they will travel to New York to take on the Mets. We're going to see what Juan Soto will go do up there.
He's going to hit 3 home runs.
So now, we're going to jump to the NFL. Well, it ain't too much going on, but we're going to get into this NDA, so I'm going to say that for last. So now, in NFL, we're going to talk about the OTAs. With that, our Chicago Bears, the OTAs start May 20th through May 22nd, and again, May 27th through May 30th. And then mandatory camp is June 9th through June 11th. Now, training camp, that's when we get down to the real nitty gritty. The rookies report July the 16th, with the veterans following up July the 19th. Now, before we move out to NFL, this is where I love to agree to disagree. Here we go. Because the Trump administration's 2026 fiscal budget request to Congress eliminates. And this is why I say I love to agree to disagree. Because we all know that our president, he is a Trump supporter. And I am not. And this is why. Because these type of actions was in a Proposition 2025. And if you go back to our podcast we had last year, I mentioned that. So now.
You sure did.
Yes, I did. And this is part of it. Now, the Trump administration 2026 fiscal budget request to Congress eliminates research, including $8.25 million marked for brain injury research and public education about the dangers of concussions. The CDC is facing $3.59 million in budget cuts.
So there goes some jobs.
Yes. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that because as of April 1st, the budget proposal comes to replace all 5 staffers devoted to administering the government's main traumatic brain injury program on paid administrative leave. So that right there pretty much lets you know that they ain't coming back to them jobs. So they on their way out the door. So this is the start of it. So now, the last thing that I'm going to say to this, and it actually started when they overturned Roe versus Wade.
We know what that is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If these cuts go into effect, the budget cuts will roll back decades of progress that they have made towards CTE and anything else that has come across with concussions at early age.
Yep. Okay. So
now
it's good. Go ahead.
What I'm gonna do is we're gonna jump over here to the NDA.
Now, what does NDA stand for?
No Defense Association.
Here we go.
So now, I understand that the Laker and Minnesota series was over with. I believe, yes, it was 4:30. Now, the only reason why I'm jumping back to this is because I don't know if you recall, but me and Dre, we was mentioning about this. And anybody knows me, I'm not a LeBron James fan, but I'm a Lakers fan.
Right.
But the reason, this is why they lost. For one, you have Luka, who is a defensive liability. And I mentioned to Dre, and I mentioned to other people, you cannot have LeBron and Luka playing 40 minutes plus a game.
Well, okay.
Listen. Game 1, they played, game 5, I'm going backwards. Game 5, they played 40 minutes apiece. Game 4, LeBron James at the age of 40 played 46 minutes. Luka played 46 minutes. Game 3, LeBron 41, Luka 40. Game 2, LeBron 40, Luka 42. Game 1, LeBron 36, Luka 40. You cannot expect them guys to play that many minutes and then be fresh in the fourth quarter. In the closeout game for Minnesota, LeBron was 0 for 3 in the fourth quarter.
He was tired, man. He's 40.
That's what I'm saying. So I blame that on J.J. Redick and the upfront office when they let Anthony Davis go.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to move ahead because yesterday
I'm gonna come back to that.
Yeah, we're
Go
going to
ahead.
come back because the vice president, he texted me yesterday about this Indiana-Cleveland series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Cleveland to be at home, yeah, they got stomped. Yesterday, so Indiana went on the road and beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 121-112. Now, the game that I was excited about yesterday, and I stayed up to watch, because I'm 52, I had to take me a nap. So now, was Golden State at Houston. So the babyface assassin, Steph Curry went off 103 to 89. So that finished off Houston. Thank God, because I can't stand that damn Dylan Brooks. So now tonight we got New York at Boston. That's gonna be their first game. That game kicks off. Actually, it's underway now. And in the nightcap, we got the first game as well. We have Denver at OKC. And then Tuesday night is Indiana at Cleveland, and then Golden State against Minnesota. So, Mr. Anthony Edwards, you got your wish, you got steps. So we shall see what them guys do. That's it in sports.
That's what's up, man.
Back to the show.
Great job with sports, man. You deliver
Yeah,
that
you do.
content.
Yeah, he
is
delivered
dope.
that
Okay,
sport.
before we finish up, I'll finish. Go Dre Jeff. What you say you got to say, man?
Nah, you just said 40-year-old LeBron, the minutes he's logging with Luka. I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
Now we're gonna travel back. We're gonna go back in our way back machine, all the way back to 1988.
Okay.
When we went to the when 1988. The finals was Los Angeles Lakers versus the Detroit Pistons.
Okay.
We have a 41-year-old Kareem.
Different position.
No. 40 is 40. You're not moving like you did when you was even 35.
LeBron is.
No, he's not.
He pays $1 million a year to sustain
I don't
his
care,
body.
but you saw him slowing down. Now, what you saying is true. Logging all those minutes.
Yeah, you can't be fresh on offense.
You can't not be fresh on. You can't. Well, he rarely played defense anyway. But
that's what I'm saying.
But LeBron. I mean, he have a block
Every
here,
now
block
and then,
there.
every now and then he
all
plays
right.
defense.
But when you take away other positions, like of course, he had Magic, he had Worthy, he had Byron Scott, he had Cooper, he had Michael Thompson. You had the Lakers didn't have any sufficient backup.
Of course.
This is what I'm saying. Being 40, because this generation is thinking like LeBron is, I'm finna lead us to the promised land and blah, blah, blah. And it's not gonna happen.
And they was also hurt because Austin Reeves, he was playing with a sprained toe. Yeah, so it is what it is.
Jay,
But
like no grace.
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. The quarterback, what's
it's okay.
What's the quarterback from Kansas City?
It's okay.
Mahomes.
Not this Super Bowl they lost. Remember they lost in the Super Bowl a few years ago? And he had a sore toe. But he did not make it no excuse because he said, I was on the field.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear that. If you hurt, sit down.
Okay.
Are
So
you hurt or you injured?
exactly. There's a difference.
So if you want Dre Jeff to coach your kids, hey,
I will coach them. I've done it. So okay.
I need men out there for real. All right.
Exactly.
Back to our topic, our interesting topic. Wives, young women like older men. And, we left with the stability part of it, right? Young women feel older men are more stable. They know what they want. Keep it real, yada, yada, right? Now, here's another reason why. It says commitment friendly. We go. Women dating older men often feel that their older partners are more committed. It makes sense if you consider the previous point that we feel most of the content with life, even when we hit our 40s, even when we hit our 60s. So what they're saying is older men are quicker to commit. Mo Green, let's start with the guy that's here we go. I mean, it's not to say that younger men won't commit either. Right. But according to this, older men are more prone to commitment, right, or willing to be that.
I would say I myself, I can understand and I can relate, but I wouldn't. And that's only because, like I said, the age difference. I couldn't commit to anything that much younger than me. Now I could commit to casual dating, but anything serious, no. Unless she's that 1 in 5 that got a good head on her shoulders.
Jeezy. No, that's already taken. Dre Jeff, how about that?
Thank you.
Call
Thank
me
you.
like-
You know, you say that they looking for the stability of older men.
No, well, see, there you go.
No.
I say.
I
It's
said
the
they.
study.
I said they.
Oh, okay.
I did say they. They say they want the stability of older men. Number one, I think everybody's looking for the stability. Older, younger men, women, whatever. But I've known some older men who really chase younger women, and they just chasing younger women. Ain't no stability, ain't no nothing. You know, they might take them out, have a nice time. They might even take, because maybe if they financial state, they might take them to Rio de Janeiro, you know, and all that stuff. But they ain't really looking for no stability, because once they wear that out, they on the next chapter. They on the next chapter. I've seen this stuff happen, and especially, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying. The stability part, I'm not gonna say it's a farce or a fantasy or whatever, but you know, this is where you start studying people. Excuse my, I got my sinuses is acting up. Excuse that for me. But this is where you start studying people, or not study, but you see what they on or whatever, and all that stuff. And you know, and sometimes people can wear a real good mask too.
Okay. Well, great.
You know.
So, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Mo Green has been 65 years old since 1986.
He had know this gray beard since we were kids.
86.
So he's still
older man.
he's been an older man.
So
Older looking.
The younger women looking for stability to me. I mean, I can get that, like I said, just due to the fact. To me, it goes back to, I'm not gonna say latching on, but looking to, and see, I don't want to say stability, because that means stabilize something. That person's already stable. See, when I look at it, build and grow. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna choose the words wisely. Now, if that's the case, yes, if you want to see what we can build together, then that's fine. But I'm not looking to stabilize nobody. I guess I'm getting caught up on the words. If you want to use stability,
I understand what you said. I understand what you're saying.
And sometimes that's we as humans, and that's why I like to, man, why it take you so long to speak? Because I want to choose the words that I say. Why? Because I don't want to come across and interpret it the wrong way. So that's why I say,
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, like I said, I'm all for
with this stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm all the way with, like you said, girl 29. If we go bad, if we go 2-3 days,
I ain't gonna go through the list, y'all.
Look, and she just say, okay, well, where do you see yourself in 3 years? Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, I see myself then if we line
then
up.
She 31 now.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Then that line up, okay, then I can look at Matt. Maybe we can start looking at
and still
investment. We can do something together. Okay, well, look, what you think about getting a business?
Then
Getting a
she
piece
40,
of
y'all.
property.
She 40. It's still.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. This is what I said earlier. I'm not looking to bring you up and you don't have nothing to bring to
What
the
if she
table.
don't want that or need that? What if she just wants to be with you, an older guy? Again, she's well established. You heard the list a million times. What's most important?
That's still
holes in the wet. But I'm just saying, you know, and
but then what are they looking for? Are they looking for someone they can control because they got this or whatever?
That's what I'm saying.
Or
they just want your company.
They just want your company.
Sure. Okay. I'll go for the ride.
27?
I'll go for the ride.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I can't.
To each his own.
She's too young.
To each his own. You know, now if you and if this is genuine, then that's fine.
My point exactly.
If it's genuine.
20 anything. You know,
that's too young.
That's too young.
That's too young. I feel like a
now she's 29.
My daughter is
26 like a shot.
You know, my daughter is 33, and sometimes when me and her out in the street, we get mistaken for a couple or whatever, because they be like, look at this goofy old guy or whatever. With and then she'll jump up and say, that's my dad. And they be like, now it's like, well, he don't look that old to be your dad or whatever. I'm like, yeah, this is my child.
People get that all the time with especially women with their sons.
Me and my mom used to. I never forget. I was driving. I was 20. I was about 22 years old, and me and my mom, we driving down Sibley Boulevard, and I see some girls. You know, I'm 22. I'm like, hey, you know what's up? And then old girl
before Kim.
Yeah, I was 22.
I just had to make sure.
So the girl was like, "Dad, you real bogus over there and trying to holler at me with your girl in the car." And my mom looked over and she was like, "That's my son." And then she was like, "Oh." I'm like, "Dad, you can't be hanging with me."
Well, I mean,
you know, it happens. So, you know, I don't know.
You guys. All right. So a lot of this stuff is similar to what we talked about last week.
It is.
Yeah. Because again, from my studies, it's like, okay, here's another one. Social position. Remember we talked about that last week?
Mm-hmm.
Older men dating becomes older men dating comes with social perks.
Yes.
So she can get in the club with you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
By and large, they're more respected, especially when you go out. Because people tend to assume that being older equates to having more money.
It equates to that, but it's not really that.
So Mo Green is a millionaire.
I guess.
The great.
You should be a millionaire too.
I'm like a thousandaire.
Mm-hmm.
Mo Green is a millionaire. You just got money in the bank.
You 100-aire.
You ain't got a lot of great.
Right.
You got money in the bank. You know?
Right. No, but you know, that's always my question or whatever. Like, you know, are you just looking to just bleed somebody dry? Or I look at some older men, they go for these younger, and it's not so much younger, or if she's just hot or whatever. Most men want trophy pieces.
Mm-hmm.
They just want something to say, look what I got on my arm. You know, look what I can do. Look what I got. You know, this, that, and the third. Or trophy piece with a younger woman. Look what I'm pulling. I'm 50 something, 60 something years old, and I got this little 23-year-old. You know, they want trophy pieces. But then once they done with that, just like when we was kids, when we done playing with that new toy for 6 months, it go right in the toy box or on the shelf, looking for the next new one.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be careful when we are coming up, because I don't put no names out there or whatever, and I'm quite sure we all know a couple of people where there's an older man, younger woman, or older woman, younger man, however, and I know one successfully that's been going on successfully. So, you know, I'm not saying that it's far-fetched, but in the society that we live in, it's more so like, especially an older man. I think people ask me, you know, or am I going through midlife crisis or whatever and all that stuff. Some of these men, they go through midlife crisis when they get into their 60s.
People say I am.
70s.
Yeah.
I think I went through a midlife crisis in my 20s.
I'm getting more tats.
Well, you know what? If you're getting tats, that's fine. You're not hurting no one. Or, you know, you're not blinding no one, or you're not taking nobody's stability away and all that stuff. You getting tats, that's your body. You do what you want to do.
I like tats.
Okay, fine. You
I
do what
always
you want
want
to
them, by the way.
You just get one right here, whatever. Say love mom. You know,
on the eyebrow.
Yeah, on the eyelid. You know.
Oh, okay.
No, don't. No. But no, what I'm saying is, older men, younger men, vice versa, however it is or whatever. We just most people need to just take the time instead of just, oh well, you know, why not? I'm not doing nothing else or whatever. Just, you have to look into it deep. You have to look at it on both sides and all that stuff, and make sure this is what you want to do and this is how you want to do it and all that. Because I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I'm not here necessarily to take care of nobody but my children. If I get to know
27,
no, but if I can get to know you, that's too young for me. If I can get to know
they say
you,
the brain stops like learning after 26, at least in baseball. So that's why I use that number 27. Go ahead. Just
We're gonna pray for this guy right here, you know. But no, what I'm saying is, you know, when you settle and then when you find out what you have, and now it's like, you know, you think you got, like Eddie Murphy said, oh, you got Ritz crackers and you thought this is the best thing. And then after about 6 months, you'd be like, this is the same old saltine crackers. You know, because now it's stagnant and now you didn't get into this for this. Either way, you know, we see all types of stuff on Facebook, or all social media platforms on how what a man's supposed to be doing and what a woman's supposed to be doing. All of that is fine and dandy or whatever. But when it comes to when y'all close the door and y'all want to be, y'all have to be in some type of agreements, or y'all have to be in some type of compromise to balance.
Okay.
Because if you don't have no balance, I'm gonna just tell you like this: after the sex, ain't none of that going on.
See. Now, thank you for bringing up sex. It wasn't me this time. You understand me? Go ahead, my brain. You know, Dre is long-winded.
Yeah. Now, what the hell is he talking about?
Wait.
God damn.
What the No, I feel like I have to get that out.
We know.
No, but seriously, what was
But you literally forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
See, that's old age, right?
Yeah.
Number the last and final one. This is the one that here's one. I like this one. Established gender roles, right?
Okay.
Now, this is a study with. If you're still wondering what attracts a younger woman to an older man, you also need to look at how society influences us. Now, we see on TV all the time. You go down your timeline, you see all these women shaking, doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 50. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not.
Why what?
Like on one of the social medias.
Yeah.
I go down my timeline, I just see women shaking. I don't see really nothing else. And I'm like, why is that happening? I'm not clicking on anything, but they're younger.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe these phones are smart. They know my age. They just want to.
They look at the history that you browse.
No, I don't browse. Your algorithm. You don't have to tell my business. You know what I'm saying? All right.
You told it
In
yourself.
short, it appears that. So what do you think about that? They throw the younger women at us.
Yes, because like you say, the majority of society,
Whatever.
is tantalizing. When I was younger, I dated older women.
You did?
Yeah,
I did too.
girls my age or younger, or older. I never dated younger girls,
Well,
with the exception of Rashonda. She's 5 years younger than me. I never dated anybody.
that makes her 47.
Yeah, she'll be 48 this year, Wednesday. Matter of fact. Thank you. So,
Hey, Rashawn.
No. It don't work the same, man. No, it does not work the same.
So-
He said name enough, or she ain't paying up. No, I'm just kidding.
so no, I get it, but for me, it can be like you said, a social status, because especially for a younger woman.
Sure.
If she go, because of course I want
got
to go
that,
around
man.
my friends.
Mhm.
Want you to go around my friends, their friend pull up in a Toyota, you pull up and say a Benz.
Now,
You sit up,
yeah.
but no,
Go ahead.
but no, I mean that's all. That's what they perceive as coming. Then you go out, like say you're able to get into clubs, get into different social events. And then, like I said, it goes to exposing her to different things. So that's where that come into play. But like I said, for me, 29, she has to be on top of her game. 29 and below, it's nothing but a casual date. And when I mean casual, month and a half, 2 months after that, it's starting to get serious. Even if we only hooking up once a week, that's 4 times out the month. So that's starting to form a habit.
Depending on the month. It could be
Right.
3, but
I mean, of course, but I'm saying though,
you want to lessen the time as much as possible.
exactly. But anytime, and you start making a pattern there, feelings gonna start getting involved. So
Right.
you have to have a cutoff. Once again, that goes into boundaries. But that's my take on that.
All right. Well, I mean, when we were in high school, I can remember a lot of those girls
Mm-hmm.
was dating older guys
Mhm.
coming to pick them up in their car,
Mhm.
carrying on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was hating, still hating. And
I remember that.
you remember that?
Fair.
There was one of them in particular I liked.
Bet you I know her name.
Shut up. And I saw her getting picked up by an older cat. I'm like, well, ruins my chances. So this has been going on.
And if we talking about the same
I'm
person,
saying this has been going on.
if we talking about if we talking about the same person, I remember that person saying they only dated older person. I remember her saying that. There's a lot of that. I ain't putting no name. I would never put no name out there.
I'll put a name out there. Karen. Go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right, Karen.
That Karen.
Right. But no, it's teachers on whatever.
It's been going on. I bring it up because it's been happening. Younger women tradition, and it's not a double standard. It's the same thing. It's not more.
It's only a double standard.
It's more accessible. That's the only reason why we're talking about it.
Because
it's more
younger women are more. Younger women are more accessible.
No, I've always been there. It's more accessible we put out there on social media
because they throw them at us.
Yes,
because we don't see a lot of ads with older women.
What is the way you pay the money to see the people and do the things, the men and the women? I ain't gonna get into.
You know what it is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, but stop playing. Check your history. But anyway, and see that's what I'm saying. This is what they do, and then the women know what they do. Even on Facebook. I mean, the other one, social media. What are they doing? Toe lashes, different type of stuff. The girl, I mean, they even got the older Caucasian women out. Man, stop playing.
So you're right. They don't.
Sex sales.
It does, but not with the older women. So they throw them at us in the ads.
Yes.
In everything we see, you rarely see older women being, in bathing suits or unless it's some special type of thing. But the average ad you'll see, it's a young woman.
Yeah, it's on, and like you said, it's only a double standard because if the other one is thrown at other one, I give you an example. If a man has more than one woman, 2-3 women, it's like, oh man, he a stud. But if a woman has more than one, she's a hoe. Now that's a double standard. That's a big double standard.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I'm just putting. It's a double standard when they say older men dating these younger women, and then it's kind of like okay.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and then if an older woman dates a younger man, instead of getting a groove back, now they looking at her like,
it's nice. It's cool.
Now it might be a little bit better now.
So,
but it's still they be like, what the hell wrong with you? Why you got this kid?
So in other words, I'm 52. She's 27. But she's 52. He's 27.
She might be like,
it's all right.
Yeah, because they want to stamina. She got the stamina. You ain't got the stamina as that 29-year-old.
How you know?
You ain't got it. Stop playing.
Well,
stop playing.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know.
I'm like Richard Pryor. We gonna get it good for a good 30-45 minutes. Go sleep.
Patty LaBelle got with her guy. He was young. No one said a word.
What is he like 30, 20? He like
at the time he was young and she was already
89.
Ooh. She already had attitude, right?
Yeah. I guess so.
So I mean, it's okay. Again, it's all.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat. That's the way I see it.
So time flies when we're having fun.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Don't talk about me. Nothing. No, I ain't did nothing. You're no talking.
You me off with the pig sound. That's like. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Once again, I'll be
live on air. The whole world.
Oh my God!
I'll be straight when I come back from North Carolina next week.
I know how to make the snort sound. All right, this is the time of the show where we give our guy Mo Green his moment, and it's actually called Mo's Moment.
All right, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about boundaries today. And this is just to piggyback off of last week when we talked about peace. Because when I spoke about peace and, what all it entails, it also entails setting boundaries. And I'm going to give you a description, a definition of boundaries. I'm going to give you some different types of boundaries. Boundaries are limits or guidelines you set in your relationships to define what is safe, acceptable, and reasonable behavior for others to display around you. They help protect your personal and emotional space and clarify what is and is not okay in a relationship. Setting boundaries is crucial for self-care and building positive relationships. So now, what I want to talk about is how to set boundaries. The first one is something that I talk about many times, self-awareness. Understand your own needs and preferences. Clear communication. Clearly state your boundaries to others in a calm and respectful manner. A lot of times if we go wrong, our intent is do be good, but then our delivery for some odd reason it come off wrong. Consistency. Enforce your boundaries consistently, even if it's uncomfortable. You say it once, then you think because a person, you may think that person thinks like you think they should remember it. Keep it consistent. Flexibility. Be willing to adjust your boundaries as needed, depending on relationship and context. So now, before I get into my moment, like I said, as we get older, you start to learn more and more about yourself. Learned a lot about myself this past weekend and literally within the past 2 months. And yes, it had put some boundaries in place. And sad as it said, it was had to know some family members, some friends, but hey, find your peace, you do what's necessary. So now, as we evolve or elevate, we understand our peace. With the new comprehension of ourself, we have to set boundaries. Once you do, you'll be labeled difficult because you stop tolerating the bullshit and the disrespect. We stop shrinking our value for those who can't not handle our boundaries. So with that being said, once you set your boundaries, you have to be consistent with them and be clearly in how you define what those boundaries are. And yes, those boundaries will always be changing because circumstances and situations around you change. So that's it for today. I'll see y'all next week with Mo's Moment.
Man, boy, you coming more deep and deeper.
Man, this show will get bigger and bigger, man.
Yeah, well, I try to have James Brown, your ghoul.
Like I said, and like I said, that's one thing that I said. I learned a lot about myself in these past 2 months. Like I said, with you, give me this, and it's however you want to say it, universal is it is written. I just leave it like that. Because like I said, we talked about boundaries, it came up earlier, then it correlates to peace, what we talked about last week. So he just using me as a vessel, and that's what I'm doing. So
that's what's up.
That's what's up, man. You get a real hand clap.
Yeah, you get a real hand clap.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Real hand clap.
Good stuff. All right, so it's time flies. We're having fun, and this is the time where we must say we got to get up out of here. Before we go, some shout outs and things like that. So since Mo Green had the floor, I'm gonna go to you first, Vice President. And what are you the vice president of? You don't even know?
I'm the vice president of Generation X.
There you go.
I know what I'm saying. You didn't even give me a chance to say. I mean, in the last few hours, I just been going through a lot or whatever. Okay, so
I'll lay off you. I'm not rescinding the fines, but I'll lay off you.
I can't get no chicken tonight.
No.
Okay, fine. First of all, I want to thank God for everything, for everything He does. Whatever we can't fix today, we can always wake up and fix tomorrow. Shout out to my family, my wife, my children, my mom, my brothers, my sister. Dre, shout out to the state of North Carolina, because we heading that way in a couple of days or whatever. We heading down there, going to see my daughter-in-law graduate and all of that stuff or whatever. So everything is good. I have no complaints at all. So see y'all next week. I will be back next week though.
That's right.
And happy Mother's Day.
Oh yeah.
To everyone, all the mothers out here, whatever. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Breezy.
Yes, I just like I said, happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there, especially my mother, Delcine Green. My baby Rashonda, her birthday is Wednesday. Mother's Day is Sunday. To Shalise and Vanessa for making me a father. Happy Mother's Day to you, beautiful ladies. I hope Sunday be everything that you guys want, that you guys need. And at some point of the day, just sit back and just reflect on that day and what it means to be a mother. I love all y'all ladies. Take care, and we'll see y'all next week.
That's what's up.
President.
So I want to give a shout out to, first of all, Lord, our praise due to the Almighty God. He is everything. And shout out to you all, fans. You all make this work for us. We just can't stop. We're so good at this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to create content for you. We want to give you good energy, good entertainment, and all those other things. So we do this for you. So I want to just give a shout out to you. Shout out to my mom. She's the strongest woman I know. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to all you supporting 61. And man, just we love you. We'll be back next week. Right, Dre Jeff?
We'll be back.
You sure, man? You gonna be back?
I'll be here. I'll be back Sunday afternoon.
Catch us next week on Smooth Sailing with AJ Saying, the show for Generation X, right here on My Radio Chicago. Support District Radio Network. Fellas,
It's more than radio. We podcasting.
see y'all next
Next
week. Y'all.
week.
Peace. We are out. I'll let you.